One of the aims of the work of Spotlight Ukraine is to fight back Russia's propaganda machine. This week, Kremlin fake agency presented all new lies and they found a lie in spreading fake news. What country is this? Watch in our weekly review.
The search for the genes of Moscow started in Ukraine. Russian media outlet Tsargrad TV published a piece with such a headline. The article itself describes a strange service that has appeared in Ukraine and allows you to find out possible Russian roots. Only 6,500 hryvnias, around $180, and you have a document in your hands stating that you are a racially pure Ukrainian. It's strange that they don't measure skulls. As a proof, Russian journalists show an advertisement from an alleged medical organization with no sign determining which service it specifically is. No company name, no phone or any other contacts. Just a usual paper that can be printed by anyone and everywhere. No reliable sources politics is such a Russian journalism thing to do. Private US militaries help Kyiv prepare chemical provocations in Ukraine, said Russian permanent representative to the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons Alexander Shulgin. Russian state-owned TV network Zvezda reports.
But the Americans dismiss all of this. They say that this is disinformation on the Russian side. They say that these are honest and noble humanitarians.
Instead of giving factual proof or at least the position of the American side, Russian journalists choose to neglect any possible journalistic standards. Also, there is no evidence to substantiate claims about the preparation for chemical weapons attacks. Moreover, there are no private foreign armies that would fight together with Ukrainian troops. The number of deserters in the armed forces of Ukraine has increased, says Andrei Marochko, a spokesman for the so-called People's Militia of the Luhansk People's Republic, LNR. He also emphasizes this happened after the statement of the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen about Ukraine war loss estimates. The backlash came after von der Leyen said that an estimated 120,000 Ukrainians had been killed during Russia's war. The European Commission later deleted the video of von der Leyen's speech as well as its transcript and republished both without the sentence containing the numbers. A spokesperson for von der Leyen tweeted a correction within a few hours, stating that the original video had been edited because the 100,000 figure related to estimates of total casualties, including those killed but also the injured. By manipulating von der Leyen's quote, Marochko says, "The number of sabotages, unauthorized abandonment of positions, bickering with the command and hazing has increased. There has also been an increase in the use of narcotic and alcoholic substances." You may wonder what the source is. It is a Photoshop-made picture with promising sentences according to the intelligence. Not a week passes without propaganda from Russian allies. Everyone would like some part of Ukraine, states the headline of the Serbian daily newspaper Politika. Poland, Romania and Hungary condemn Russian armed actions in Ukraine only to cover their own claims, says the article's author Slobodan Samardzija. Besides, a Serbian journalist mentioned that these countries are watching with great attention how the conflict in Ukraine will end in order to put forward their own legitimate demands in a convenient environment. They are waiting very carefully to see what the outcome will be in their neighboring country, so that after the end of the hostilities and perhaps before the end of the drama, they come out with their legitimate demands. In Kyiv, they will certainly have to count on the demands of the United States of America. There should be no doubt that every American missile, tank or combat vehicle brought to Ukraine has its price.
This type of propaganda is aimed at people who are already within the Russian discourse. If the Serbian mass media wrote something, it means that it was written by the same Russian propagandists. There is mostly Russian propaganda, it is immersed in itself. These narratives they are trying to spread about the alleged plans of some countries are exclusively in the minds of Russian propagandists.
It seems Russian propagandists have burnt out at work as they remaking old fakes. Graffiti with Zelensky absorbing money appeared in Paris. Russian media Izvestia states.
On one of the streets of Paris, Polish artists painted a 3D graffiti with the image of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky absorbing money and gold bars.
Actually, this fake is already known. However, Russian journalists changed the name of the city. Previously, they reported that this graffiti was painted in Warsaw. Telegram channel Tsargrad, owned by one of the oligarchs close to Putin, began to share the fake. There was never such graffiti at this place, and the precinct authorities did not receive any signals from locals. We wonder why Russian journalists neglect to post the same content with no fear that readers will understand it. Because everything new is actually well forgotten, right?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Latest news, trends, and analytics on all about Ukraine. Like, share, and subscribe. Any questions, proposals, and comments, contact us via email.